Writing in Ancient Egypt. Once in a while, Marit accompanied her father while he went fishing. Late one night, Marit and her father returned from a long day of fishing on the Nile River. They were both exhausted from being out in the hot sun all afternoon and relieved to be back on the banks of the river. Marit's mother was waiting for them along the shore. When she saw Marit, she scooped the tired girl up and gave her a huge hug. "I will sing you a bedtime song as we walk home, my child," she told Marit. Marit nodded, wearily looking up at her mother. When her mother finished singing the beautiful song, Marit asked cautiously, "Mother, how did you learn that song?" "I learned it from my mother, who learned it from her mother," Marit's mother replied. "I learned everything I needed to know by listening to my mother. I will teach you everything you need to know, and I hope that you will be able to listen well." "I will," Marit answered. "But isn't there another way to pass on information?" "Well, yes," Marit's mother answered. "The kings and scribes know how to draw symbols called hieroglyphs that represent the words we say. Then someone else can come along and read these symbols much later and understand exactly what was written." "But why would we need to write things down when we could just pass them on by talking?" Marit inquired. "Sometimes messages need to be carried by messengers over very long distances," Marit's mother explained. "And in the time it took to travel great distances, the messengers sometimes forgot the messages or got some of the words mixed up when they tried to repeat them." "That is not so good," Marit exclaimed. "Then the person could get the wrong message." "Exactly," Marit's mother continued. "However, when the message is written down, there is no chance that the messenger will forget the message or get it mixed up. This is one reason why reading and writing are so important. We Egyptians decided it was important to write things down accurately." "That seems like a good idea," Marit agreed. "So, writing things down using symbols help messengers deliver the correct message. But are there other things that writing is used for?" "Many things," Marit's mother said. "Writing is used so that the important things that happen will be remembered for a long, long time. It is how we can look back and remember things that happened before you and I were even alive." "Wow," Marit said in amazement. Her mother continued, "So, we write to record our history, but we also use it to write down laws that everyone should follow. We use these symbols to write down stories, poems, and even songs." "Like the beautiful song you always sing to me, Mother?" Marit inquired. "Yes, the song I sing to you every night has been written down so that it will be remembered forever," Marit's mother answered, smiling. "That is good," Marit said. "I like that song." She paused and then asked, "So, the carvings on the stone of the temple are a form of writing?" "Yes," her mother replied. "People also paint or write on wood or papyrus. The messengers I told you about earlier normally take messages written on papyrus. Papyrus is a plant that Egyptians used to make paper by cutting the inside of the stalk into thin strips, making the strips wet, pressing them together, and leaving the papyrus to dry. This forms a smooth writing surface." "Well, I imagine that a stone would be quite heavy to carry," Marit laughed. Marit's mother laughed as well and then said, "But now, my dear, It is time for you to sleep. We are finally home. Will you sing me the song one more time? Marit asked as they went inside. Marit's mother nodded and then began singing. Before she was even done, Marit was fast asleep. Marit's favorite song had been written down using hieroglyphics, the ancient Egyptian way of writing. In ancient Egypt, kings, scribes, priests, and craftsmen were some of the few people who understood the meaning of the symbols. These hieroglyphs, or single pictures and symbols, were used instead of the letters and words we have in our language to communicate and write down important messages, laws, songs, stories, and prayers so that they would be remembered for many years to come. It wasn't until hundreds of years later that the name hieroglyphics was given to this form of writing.